Well, I mean, we had a very strong message. See, what was happening for the longest period here, um, there was no campaign from the Republican side, no campaign from the Trump side for the Hindu Americans. The tweet of the Diwali Day tweet changed everything. That also allowed us to use that tweet to launch a campaign. Next 5 days, we launched a major campaign in which we had, let's see how many, 30 channels, 30 commercials a day. So 900 commercials for 5 days. And we were successful in educating the Hindu Americans who Kamala really is. She is only Hindu, half Hindu in name only. Kamala was more like a chameleon, changing her tune first days to please some voters. Well, at about 8 o'clock this evening, from all the data which was coming in, exit polls that were coming in, and the counts for various different counties that was coming in, it looked like to me that instead of people predicting that it's going to be 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, that is going to be over tonight. And I predicted that seems to be between 1 and 2 o'clock, more like 1:30, he will be declared, President Trump will be declared as the 47th president. And that's what happened.
Right. Talk to us about, how this election really turned around. People were expecting a close margin between the two candidates, and it didn't really happen so.
No, I have been predicting this thing for quite a while. That is, if you just go back to 2016, in 2016, the morning of the election day, Hillary was ahead 5 to 6 points on every swing state. So if you just apply proper math, what will amount to will be, at that point, President Trump won by a very few votes, but he won. But here, if you apply the same math, you will have to take out 5% out of the current polls. The polls were showing about that even. So you take out 5 out of that. So that means the polls should be looked at Trump winning by roughly 5%. So ultimately, look at Pennsylvania, look at Wisconsin, look at Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, all these places, the margin of victory was 2 to 3%. And actually our party is most elated about the fact that the victory was not just a few thousand votes. Victory was hundreds of thousands of votes, 100,000, 200,000 every place. So it was a great victory. And also our last minute 4-day campaign, which you guys are aware of, made a substantial difference. It was our goal to switch over 200,000 at least in the battleground states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. 200,000 Hindu votes from Kamala to Trump. That's what happened.
Right. Why do you think that the Indian Americans voted for Trump in your number crunching there?
Well, I mean, we had a very strong message. See, what was happening for the longest period here, there was no campaign from the Republican side, no campaign from the Trump side for the Hindu Americans. But the tweet of the Diwali Day tweet changed everything. That also allowed us to use that tweet to launch a campaign. Next 5 days, we launched a major campaign in which we had, let's see how many, 30 channels, 30 commercials a day. So 900 commercials for 5 days. So, and we were successful in educating the Hindu Americans who Kamala really is. She is only Hindu, half Hindu in name only. Just because her name is Kamala does not mean that she's friendly towards Hindus, she's friendly towards Bharat, friendly towards Modi. So we had to bring that out. And also, we also brought out the fact that she really is a Marxist. Her father was a Marxist, her mother was a socialist and a communist sympathizer. That's what she grew up with. So her entire philosophy is very much to the left, a socialist economy. You know, who wants a socialist economy? Socialist economies throughout the world have failed. So once you educate the people, you make them think. I actually, in one of our ads, I asked, well, some of you, the youngsters here, may not even know what a socialist economy is. Ask your parents who have seen socialist economy from 1947 to 1991. The growth was pitiful. And then after India changed from 1991, you know, the growth became dramatic because that's the system everywhere in the world. Human nature is free enterprise. You have to give them an opportunity to succeed. So, so when we educated our audiences, our community on these issues, that was a fairly successful campaign. On the other hand, there was also a significant campaign. So, you know, I'm not going to just say, okay, he won because of the Hindu vote only, but there were several factors there. The African American men, Latino men, most people, working class people, and to them the biggest issue was inflation, prices. Prices had gone up by 20%, gasoline, food. So that had a significant impact. And, you know, Kamala was more like a chameleon, changing her tune. First say to please some voters, fracking is banned. Now fracking is not banned because there are voters in Pennsylvania who will be negatively impacted if she bans fracking. So her position kept on changing, and the people rightfully did not believe her position because she did not really have any consistent position. If somebody was to actually write a book on it, she probably in the 3 months, or let's say from the period where she became a candidate after Joe Biden decided not to run, she probably changed her position on every issue.